It's only once we've lost everything that we are free to do anything. That is a quote from one of my favourite films of all time, Fight Club, and I believe that to be one of the best quotes of all time. And what does that mean? It means that your ex has given you a gift of freedom because you are now free to do anything. So, my friends, today I'm going to tell you how to accept the breakup and how not to give a fuck. Welcome back to the Love Fix. It's Nick, as always, doing my best to get you through your breakups as healthily, as easy as possible without the BS. I've missed you guys. I've been away for a while, for about 10, 11 days now. I celebrated my birthday in Bruges, but now I'm back, refreshed, ready to go. If you want to work with me on a one-to-one basis to get over your breakup as easily as possible, you can email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com. I'm just catching up on the backlog of bookings. I'm booking them in as quickly as I can, so get them in quick because this week's slots are filling up. So while I was away overseas, I checked in with my emails every now and then just to catch up and answer a few questions. And one thing that was a common theme is that I think a lot of people are so focused on trying not to lose rather than trying to win, as in they're trying to protect what little they have left rather than saying, you know what, screw that, that doesn't work for me anymore and I'm going to go after something better. And it's because you've been rejected, you're licking your wounds and, you know, you're very precious over that wound and you're guarding what you have left. But what if you were to say, you know what, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. And I know that is easier said than done, but this for me is literally the best way to accept a breakup. It is making the breakup easier because a lot of people reach out to me all the time and they'll say, Nick, I need answers. Nick, I need closure. Nick, I just need to contact them one more time. I need to understand this. What does this mean? And while I always do my best to offer some clarity, offer some guidance, ultimately, I have no idea what is going on in your ex's head. I can offer a theory based on the facts that you tell me. And, you know, when I get into it with my one-to-one clients over a Zoom call, we dig into this stuff and we really examine, like, okay, this is what they said, this is how the breakup happened, you know, how long was the relationship, what was the dynamic behind it, and all that kind of thing. But ultimately, I don't know. But what I can tell you, and this is where cold, hard reality comes in, is that you've broken up. They left. That's the answer that you have. And it's a very simplistic answer, but it's all we have as the Dumpees. That is all we've got. And it took me a long time to realize that there aren't really any other answers than that. You know, it's a case of, are you looking for answers in the wrong places? Because sometimes passing this test isn't about finding an answer, but rather how you respond, how you deal with it, where you choose to give a fuck. And this is what I go on about a lot. And it's no secret, you know, one of the best books I've read is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And if you haven't read this, I highly recommend that everyone goes and reads it. And it's not about not caring. It's about choosing where you care. So the way I look at it, if your ex is going to no longer care about you, then I would say a perfectly healthy response to that is to say, okay, I will choose to put my energy elsewhere. I'm going to choose to put my energy into me because I'm no longer going to put it into you because I'm not getting that from you anymore. So I don't give a fuck. You do you, I do me. So when people are going through these breakups, they are always looking for answers in the wrong places. They're stalking social media. They're trying to find meaning or the hidden meaning in they looked at my story. They liked my photo. They talked to my best friend. They're still in contact with my parents. Guys, ultimately, unless your ex reaches out and says, hey, I made a mistake. I still love you. I want to work on this. It doesn't mean a damn thing. Okay? And human beings, we are exceptionally good or exceptionally bad, whatever way you want to look at this, at finding meaning in absolutely nothing. And it's kind of like how maybe religion or the concept of God came about. Caveman steps out of his cave one day, looks up, sees thunder, can't explain it, and automatically assigns some kind of meaning to it. Now, I'm not trying to shit on anybody that's religious or God-fearing. I respect your belief, but me being a scientist at heart, that's how I see it. And I'm trying to apply that to breakups as well, is to deal with the facts. And unfortunately, facts don't care about your feelings. And I appreciate that. That's probably a very cold-hearted way to say that. But while I've got all the compassion in the world for anybody that's going through a breakup right now, my job is to get you through this as easily, as healthily, and as efficiently as possible. Now, the process is the process. It takes as long as it takes. And actually, I read a study recently that most breakups can take up to 4 years to be fully over it. So doing what you can to make this process easy is not always easy, because we go down the YouTube rabbit hole. We see all these things on YouTube. Oh, the 5 best ways to get over a breakup, the 5 best ways to do no contact, and all that stuff. And hey, I'm calling myself out here. I've made videos of this nature, and yeah, while it is useful and there is a lot of merit to it, those kind of headlines and titles do get clicks, and as content creators, we need to get clicks to get you to watch, to get more people to watch, and ultimately to, to earn a bit of money out of it. But a lot of the time, we have to take a step back and just say, right, I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about my clients. I give a fuck about the people that watch my channel and just looking for an answer. There comes a time where I have to look at this and say, right, okay, what are we not being taught here? Why is no one else saying, hey, this is the simple answer? They left. Why is no one else saying, look, the second you stop giving a fuck is the second that you start moving on? And that is a direct message. It's hard to hear. And maybe today you were tuning in to say, right, okay, I'm going to give you some hope to get your ex back. But all of the people that I've coached will tell you, you can ask any one of them, that I don't pull in punches in my coaching. I listen, I'm compassionate, but I always say, look, my friend, they left. That's it. They left for whatever reason that might be, and it sucks. It hurts. But what if you could make this process a little bit easier? And yeah, go to the gym, new hobbies, new friends, new partners, and do all that great stuff. But what if I said to you, stop giving a fuck about this breakup and give that energy to you? So I want you to step back today and really think about where you're going to put your energy, where you're going to stop being there for a person that is not there for you. And one of my other favorite quotes is, and from I believe this came from the Love Chat, Rory from the Love Chat, don't be the go-to person for the person you can't go to. In other words, don't give a fuck. Move on. And you will move on by redirecting that energy to you. So don't let your ex live rent-free in your head, because while I fully agree that they will think about you, that they will revisit the breakup at one point or another, the fact is right now, you are not a priority to them. So do not put them on your priority list. And it took me a long time to come to this way of thinking, to come to this, shall we say, philosophy. And I'm not saying that just by flipping a switch and you're going to say, oh, okay, I no longer give a fuck, so I'm over my breakup. No. Grief moves at its own pace, and it's different for everybody. And some people will move on quicker. Some people will move on not so quick. Some people will be a yo-yo, and I would consider myself a yo-yo. What used to happen to me, 1 minute I'd be great, then I was down, then I was great, then I was down, until I found that happy medium, until I realized one day, hey, I don't think about her as much, and, and that's half a day, and then that half a day becomes a full day, and then you catch yourself at the end of the day, it's like, wow, I didn't think about it today. And then one day becomes 2 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. You may catch yourself, oh, I thought about them today. But when I decided to care more about me and about what I'm doing and my purpose, and I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. They think they have no purpose, and their purpose was their relationship. And no, everyone's got a purpose. Sometimes it takes a little bit of digging to find that purpose. Always remember, depth is where the gold is. You have to dig deep. You're going to have to find something inside yourself that you never knew was there. And I can honestly say, guys, someone that has been through that journey, and, I constantly try to better myself in many ways, physically, mentally, spiritually. The deeper that you dig, the more you find. And that means stepping outside of your comfort zone. And I do appreciate that, me saying to you, hey, just don't give a fuck about that one thing in your life. I know that stepping outside your comfort zone, because you're probably thinking, if I stop caring, then I detach from that relationship. They may not come back. That means I'm moving on. I don't want to move on. I still love them. I still want to say, and I get it. I've done the mental gymnastics, and I became pretty damn good at it, which is a bad thing, because for a long time, that's all I could think about. But I look back on the last 2 years now, and I read my journals from yesteryear, and I think about all the people that I've helped now and coached, and I'm like, wow, what a journey. And it all got better the day I decided to put me first. And that was the day I took the first step of moving on and making the breakup process easier. Not saying it's easy, it just become more bearable. That's all I've got for today. Hope you're all well. Keep your chin up. Stay strong. I promise you will be okay. If you need a one-to-one session with me over Zoom, email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com and we can set up a call. Until then, I'll see you on the other side.